Hello, my name is Steven, the European Sales Manager, and welcome to Beyond the Beans training room and head office in Bristol. Today I'm going to be showing you a range of adult-themed mocktails to enhance your menu using Sweetbird puree and Sweetbird syrups. So all of our Sweetbird syrups are made right here in Bristol, using local ingredients, using British sugar, and also all the flavours are vegan approved, which means you can adapt them to any drink, any plant-based milk, for any finished vegan drink. The trend of low and no alcohol is increasing in the younger generation. And as an extension on your menu, for day parts going into the afternoon, into the evening for a relaxing drink, this then steers you away from the ready-to-serve drinks that we all know so well, and that gives the opportunity to use products using less glassware and less packaging. As coffee could be a big part of your business, I'm going to start with 2 drinks based around espresso for the afternoon fix. I'd like to thank our friends at Utopia for supplying the glassware today and some of the equipment. Okay, so we're going to start with a very simple drink, and it's going to be an Irish cream non-liqueur coffee, so no alcohol. Classic glass. I got some espresso that I made earlier, so it's nice and hot. And we've got our Irish cream Sweetbird syrup. So you want 2 pumps of syrup in there. We recommend 2 pumps for around 12-ounce drinks, but you need quite a bit of sugar in this one, so the cream floats on top. When you pour the espresso, just an inch from the top, because you want that height there to then stir in the cream. Your cream shouldn't be too thick, but it should be able to sit on top. So we give it a slight stir, and what that does, that mixes the Irish cream syrup with the hot coffee, and then you pour the cream down, sitting on top. A couple drips, and with the garnish, keeping things in freeze, 3 little coffee beans. Okay, so keeping on with the coffee, we're now going to introduce cold foam to a drink. So this adds real theatre to your finished drink, and also using espresso too, and keeping it within the low alcohol, no alcohol, we've got amaretto syrup. Now the good thing with amaretto syrup is that, and with all of our nut syrups, is that they're actually nut free. Okay, so there's no nuts in here at all, but they are made of natural ingredients. So what we're going to do here, we're going to fill the glass with ice. And with this, you build the drink in the glass. We're going to add our espresso. It can be hot, it can be made a bit earlier. We're going to have a double espresso in there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to flavour some cold foam. So using amaretto syrup, we got our cold foam jug. Now with a cold foam jug, what you'll notice is it actually got a small round blade rather than 2 blades to chop up the ice. Okay, so what that does is that puts aerates into the skimmed milk. It needs to be cold, and then that increases the volume of the milk. Same as skimmed milk, as close to 0% fat you can get. And what we're doing here is, as we're flavouring the milk, we use 3 pumps, lid on top, and then straight into our blender. Now we're using a Stealth, so it's pretty quiet, but to be fair, that when you're doing cold foam, there isn't much noise anyway. And then you want an 18-second flat milkshake, small milkshake. And what that does is, what you'll see is it will slowly start to thicken. It probably actually only works in about 10 seconds. And then what you're doing is you're incorporating the flavour into the milk. And the finished result is a thick, creamy, smooth-like texture, nice and silky. And then when you pour that on top, it sits on top nicely like that. Really simple garnish. A little bit of mint, or maybe some amaretti biscuits if you have any. And then just a little straw. And that needs to be stirred when you make that. The good thing about this drink here is that because you flavoured the cold foam, once you get the drink served to you, you get that hit of the amaretto flavour. Okay, so now we're going to go on to some mocktails, but classic mocktails that you would see in a normal cocktail bar, and we've adapted these using our Sweetbird syrups, and we're going to be making some mocktails, adult versions, but look exactly the same as the real thing. So we're going to start off with a Mai Tai. Now this classic recipe has grenadine, which floats at the bottom. It's also got almond syrup, but rather than with the rum, we're replacing it with the soda water instead, okay, and pineapple juice. So, straight into our shaker, 1 pump of almond. And then we need pineapple juice, 150 ml. So 50, 100, 150, clearing up as you go. Also, we're going to do a squeeze of lime. So a quarter of a lime in a Mexican elbow, straight in. I'm going to just give that a shake. Now when you stir up pineapple juice, it creates a really frothy texture. Not too much ice, maybe 6 cubes. Top on, lid on, and then give it a shake. You want quite a hard shake. Careful you take the lid off. And then that can go straight into, with no extra ice, straight into your glass. You want to get your soda water. Which adds extra froth, extra fizz. And then just a little touch of grenadine. And then when you pour this grenadine in, you will see that it floats down the side. And you've almost got that sunset look to it. A little bit of garnish. So we're going to do a little bit of lime. On the side. Straw. Also finished off with just a couple of raspberries, just to top off the red theme as well. And there you have it, your Mai Tai Spritz. Okay, for our next drink, we're going to do some muddling. So for that, we're going to do a strawberry mojito using our sugar-free strawberry syrup. So you want quite a sturdy glass for this. You don't want anything quite flimsy that's going to break up in the glass. So quite a sturdy glass. Now with that, you want to get half a lime, and you want to quarter that lime up inside. Then you get your mint, and just pick that in. Now we're doing a sugar-free version. Cuts down on sugar, low calories, overall quite a healthy drink. You want to muddle that up. Usually at this stage you would probably put the any sugars in that you're going to put into it, maybe some brown sugar. But like I said, for this, we're going to use sugar-free strawberry, which is over this side. So we use 3 pumps of this. Now each pump is around 8 ml. Okay, so there's no sugar going to it. You're just adding the flavour. And the strawberry sugar-free is a really, really good little drink. So now, ice. And then with that, top up with soda. A little stir inside. Garnish simply with some more mint. Oh, let's get a nice bit. If you give it a little smack, that really enhances the fragrance of the mint. A little strawberry sliced on the side. Oh, there he is. And then nice little straw on top. So there you have it. A no alcoholic, sugar-free strawberry mojito. Okay, for our next drink, we're going to be doing a cosmopolitan cooler. So the whole point of this episode is that you can get away with using really good garnishes for non-alcoholic drinks or low alcohol drinks. And also you can get away with using good glassware. So, cosmopolitan cooler. So again, as we're using no alcohol, again, we're substituting all of the ingredients for Sweetbird syrups. So you would have cranberry juice in there, which we've got cranberry juice. You would have orange, so we have a little 1 pump of orange syrup. Little squeeze of lime. Cranberry juice. With this, you just want to use 50 ml of cranberry juice. In like that. One pump of lime. And then ice. Okay. Lid on. Cap on. It does get a bit messy when you're shaking drinks. So shake that up. Okay, now this one, lid off carefully, and then you don't want to have any of the ice. So you pour it in. Okay, so as I said before, because we're substituting any alcohol with soda water in its place as a neutral flavour, we're going to top that up with a little bit of soda water to make it a cooler and a spritz. And then what you want to do for a real nice bit of garnish, you get an orange. You want to make a penny, so small penny shape bit of orange. And you get a lighter. This really adds a bit of theatre onto the bar. And you want to get that little heat up, and then get a little smoke, and that gives it a really smoky, orangey finish. Okay, so the next one is quite a simple one, but as we're using no alcohol, we're going to adapt a Bellini into a soft drink Bellini or an adult themed Bellini. So for this, we're going to be using our passion fruit puree. So this is a Sweetbird puree, an ambient product, can stay on the shelf for about a month, full of fruit and full of flavour. 1 pump that goes into there. And then to substitute any Prosecco or any wine you'd use, we're going to be using white grape juice, so sparkling white grape juice. Try and keep it in the fridge, so when you pour it, it's still cold. Not too far from the top, because don't forget you need to carry these drinks over to the table. And then a little bit of garnish. It's slightly layered as well, which is fantastic. You get a little ribbon of lemon, twist it around a straw, put some pressure on that, and then you can hang that over the side a bit more. Perfect. And you could serve that with a small straw to mix it with, but usually the bubbles would lift that puree up into the drink. Okay, so now we're going to make a classic margarita, but we're going to be using watermelon instead. So we've got watermelon syrup, we're using fresh lime, and we're going to make it as a granita style. Okay, so we're also going to be using the jug for this. Now this can be made for 1 drink, so you can make up to 4 drinks for this recipe. Okay, so inside you need watermelon syrup. This is our new watermelon syrup, and you've seen some granita style recipes before, but this is more of an adult theme for you, okay? So 1 pump of that. And then you want 1 pump of orange. And then you need your frappe base, because what you're doing for this is you're binding all the ingredients together. Okay, so the frappe base is our Sweetbird frappe base. Okay, it can be also made for granitas. So it's a vanilla flavored liquid frappe, so rather than using the powders. And this is quite a good product actually, because you get about 90 finished drinks out of this total finished product there. Okay, and then ice. Now with this you need 4 cubes of ice. Because if you use too much ice, it's going to make it too thick. And then soda water. $50 ml. And half a lime. Straight in. Ooh. It does go in. There we go. Lid on. Now we're using the wild side jar because it has an extra wall on the side, okay, and that gives it more vortex and more speed when you blend. Okay, in the blender you want number 14, which is a small margarita, granita style. Perfect. Not long at all. And you've got that nice little sharp crystals. The sharp crystals of granita in there. Tiny splash of soda water. Just to give it that extra fizz. And then of course, a pre-cut slice, quite a big wedge, I suppose, of watermelon. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed all the drinks. We'd love to see your creations, so hashtag Sweetbird on any of your social media posts, and any other recipes you can look on our website, and hope you enjoy the rest of the videos too. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.